Hey, how's it going? Brad Riley here and welcome to this video. Now in this one today, I want to speak about the best way that I have found in my 4 or 5 years of running an agency to close 2 to 3K plus per month clients. Now, I'm going to keep this short, going to keep this simple, but what I'm about to share with you today is without a doubt the best way in my opinion to easily, get clients on this kind of retainer. And that is off a percentage of ad spend or a percentage of profit-based deals. Now look, 2 to 3K as a retainer in the agency space isn't anything crazy. It's kind of like an industry standard, I would say. Sometimes it can be lower, higher, there's obviously levels to it. But, 2 to 3K isn't unheard of for an agency to be charging their clients for something like Facebook ad services or Google ad services. Now, what I will say though, is sometimes if you're going to a client, 2 to 3K, it can be quite expensive, and quite oftentimes you will just get a no because you can be beating up on price from another agency who are willing to do the same job, still same great results, but charge maybe half the price. What I have found one of the best ways to combat this and almost pretty much get a yes every single time we price this way to our customers, or at least not have a price be the main objection, has been to find businesses who are either spending between 20 to 30K a month, which honestly, a lot of companies are spending far greater than that. But I think, especially on Facebook, 20 to 30K a month, any decent 7-figure company are probably spending that kind of amount of money on paid traffic. Or alternatively, finding an established business who maybe their ad spend is a lot less than that, but you are able to take a percentage of profit, and because the company's already established, even though they might not have the biggest ad spend budget, you're able to generate them a very high ROAS and therefore get them large profitability and take a percentage of that profit. So my recommendation would be for you is look at these two options. Now, in our onboarding form, or even in our sales calls and discovery calls, we ask our clients, look, do you want to optimize for scale or for return on ad spend? Because quite oftentimes, as you scale ad spend, the return, the profitability in terms of the ROAS drops. So, if you're spending 2-3K a month, you could be operating at that 10, 15, 7x return on ad spend. If that same company ramps up to 30K a month in spend, it's very unlikely that they're going to continually keep that 10x return. However, they should generate, if you compare them, still a lot more in sales, but the return and the profitability of that drops. What we tend to do when we ask our clients, like first of all, we dive deep in the discovery call and say, what is your ad spend? What is your budget? And then we also look at the data, how much web traffic they get. And we ask them, do you want to optimize for scale or do you want to optimize for, return on ad spend? And usually, depending on the answer that we get from all three of those questions, we'll make an assumption on whether we want to charge based off of a profit-based split, or whether we want to charge on an ad spend based split, or whether we just want to charge a flat fee. Now, from my experience, charging based off of ad spend, I think from a client's perspective, they understand as ad spend scales, you charge more because it's more time handling and managing the account. Fair assumption, and it's also a way for you over time to hopefully, as you scale up with them, get an increase in retainer, but you're also increasing the amount they spend and therefore the amount of revenue they generate. From a profit-based deal, it's even more black and white, because it's like, look, we're taking a percentage of profit, so the more profit we generate for you, the more we win. So it's like a performance-based deal, which again, clients tend to love this because it's like you've got your skin in the game a bit. If you generate us a bunch of money, then we're able to pay you a higher retainer. It's a fair value transaction. It's a win-win. So ask those questions on the call, find out what their ad spend is, find out, how much web data they've got, how established they are, how many sales they get per month, find out how established they are as a company, and then find out whether they want to optimize for scale, meaning ramping up ad spend, higher revenues, lower profitability, or whether they want to have a lower spend, get the highest return on ad spend possible, and have larger profit margins, but maybe less revenue generated from the paid marketing service. Find that out, and from there you can make your assumption. And if they're spending 20, 30, 40K a month, just charge a simple 10% of ad spend, okay? A model that we use is for clients that spend less than 10K a month, we charge a flat fee of 1,000, or potentially a profit split, depending on the client. Or if they're spending over 10K a month, we'll take a 10% of ad spend. So if they spend 20, 30, 40K a month, you charge 10%. You know, we've just closed a client a couple of weeks ago who spend 33k a month. So, you know, we've got a nice £3,300 a month retainer out of it, which is lovely. And I'm pretty sure if I went to them and priced a flat fee of 3k, they may have said no. When you position it as a 10% of ad spend, all of a sudden it becomes a yes, which is nice. And then finally, with performance-based deals, a lot of the time you could run the best ads in the world, but unless the company, you know, the conversion rate's good on the website, it's a product that people like, enjoy, fairly priced, etc., you could run the best ads in the world, but unless the business is actually working, all the other pieces of the puzzle are working, then you can't always guarantee sales. So from a profit-based split perspective, what you really want to look for is established businesses. You want to look for companies with a lot of web traffic so we can set up extremely profitable retargeting campaigns, middle of funnel campaigns for, you know, if they've got decent social engagement. And what you really want to look for is a company where you can say, right, these guys are leaving a lot of money on the table here. They've got a lot of web traffic. They've got a lot of data for lookalikes. You know, there's a bunch of stuff going on here. They're an established company. If we drive traffic to this site, it's a good product. It's going to convert. Those type of deals, even on a lower ad spend, you can look at doing some kind of performance-based deals, because, you know, we work with a client right now as an example. They only spend about 10k a month, which compared to some of our other bigger clients really isn't that much, but we generate them about a 10x return on that 10 grand. So they get about 100k every month back in their pocket. So I wish we had a performance-based deal with these guys. We don't actually, but you could imagine if I'd actually, you know, gone in and priced these guys at a 10% of ad spend, all of us, a 10% of profit, you know, I would have been making about 10 grand a month, 9 to 10k a month off of those guys as a client. Unfortunately, we didn't do that, you know, but that's a scenario where if I charged 10% of ad spend, it would have been a £1,000 retainer. If I charged 10% of profit, it would have been a 10k retainer. So just some food for thought, get experimental, but I've found performance-based charging off of either ad spend or actual performance-based in terms of the profit that you generate, so return on ad spend split deal, are the best ways to do it. And I've found, you know, anywhere from 10 to 15% of either ad spend or profit is a fair way to price. So hopefully you found a bunch of value in this video. If you did, let me know by dropping a comment down below and dropping a like. And finally, if you are interested in any higher level training, the links to both my Academy program, which has now just had a huge price drop, over 400 resources in it, or if you're looking for one-to-one coaching, I've now got a new guaranteed success performance-based coaching program, which is super interesting. Very limited. There may not be spots available right now, but if not, there should be a wait list in the description down below. And if spots are open, get yourself booked in on a time we can be chatting one-on-one to see if we can guarantee your success as an agency owner. So if you're interested in that, all the links will be down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.